It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bengals and the Silver and Black, and it comes your way next.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Fielded just outside the goal line. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can.
Wow, all week long in preparation for this game, you've preached how you're going to stop what they're going to throw at you. But to open up a game almost in goal line situation, I'm not sure that was on the...
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He completes it to Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st down, Carr. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end, that's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing now is Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Trent Taylor. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back on the field here for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
1st down, here's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back. He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him. I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Again, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. Here we go. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Following up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
Raiders, nothing. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders heading out to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Carr, that's caught by, and he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Burrow. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Here we go. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Called out a very strong gain of 24. Now it's Burrow. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Catch made, it's Moreau. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. To throw again on second down, Carr. Now he's flushed out left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Hey, Charles, you give me water. Oh, geez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty room.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now 3rd and 5.
Now Carr. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That is something you almost never see. A punt return better than 100 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Raiders nothing.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Sam Hubbard. Derek Carr sacked. Fumble on the play.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it is 42-0.
42. Raiders, nothing. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game is nowhere to go here, he lost the football.
Derek Carr sacked. A fumble on the play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Carr, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. A solid stiff arm.
Fred Taylor on the return. The Bengals take over the first down at the 42-yard line.
Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman. Back to Mixon on second down. And some room to work. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 8. That one good for 37 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Shotgun now for Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again, it's Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raiders offense ready to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you, what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And here's Taylor on the return. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as